Hey everyone, it's Lala, and I am coming back to you. We are going to continue what we've been doing all week, is reading from our mini book, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. As I always do, I always encourage you to get the full-size book, but for now, just to kind of set the tone for our day, we're going to go ahead and continue with reading from the section Forgive or Fester. In fact, yeah, forgive or fester. Okay, here we go. Lugging around guilt, shame, resentment, and self-loathing is your less than badass self running the show. Pitching a fit, demanding to be right and to be seen. Your higher self, on the other hand, could give a crap about what anybody else thinks or does, because your higher self is madly in love with you and thinks that's all that matters. Whatever happened, happened. Holding on to it will not change this fact. It will keep the negative feelings from the past alive, keep you a prisoner to your pain, and lower your frequency. The moment you decide to forgive and let your negative feelings melt away, you are on the road to freedom. Now, how do you actually let it all go? How do you forgive that stupid bastard? Good question. 1, find compassion. Finding compassion for yourself or someone else who did something so awful is like pulling a bullet from your arm. You may kick and scream and hate it at first, but in the long run, it's the only way to start the real healing. One of the best tricks for doing this is to imagine the person you're resentful of as a little kid who is acting out of fear, doing the best they can to protect themselves and attempting to deal with their own suffering is the only way they know how. Decide you'd rather be happy than right. Excuse me, I need a drink. Yes, your idiot friend should have paid the parking ticket she got when she borrowed your car, but if she doesn't see it that way, instead of spinning out on it for days, wouldn't it feel so much better to just let it go? Is it really worth lugging around all those foul feelings just so you can be right? Think to yourself, what do I have to do or not do or think of or not think of right now to be happy? And if that answer is let the jackass think she's right, then so be it. 3, look at it from all angles. It's important to remember that everyone is living in their own self-created illusion and that you have no idea what they're acting out of or where they're coming from. Look at it from another perspective. Loosen your stranglehold on it, being my way or the highway. Let some air in, and you may be surprised how quickly resentment flies out the window. 4, forget about it. Once you've truly forgiven someone, wipe the slate clean. So often we form judgments about people, and then, no matter what they do, we see them through the lens of that judgment, which means we're just waiting for them to piss us off again. What you focus on, you create more of. And if you keep expecting people to annoy you, then they will do just that. Focus on your finer points and encourage their good behavior if you want to create more of it. And 5, love yourself. You deserve it. That is so true. You know, I went to a workshop from Dr. Barry Cooney here locally, and the workshop was dealing with past, like letting go of past pains, past hurts. And one thing he mentioned in the workshop was whatever happened in the past, it's done. It's written. The past. It's the past. You can't change the past at all. What you can change is the future. And how you change the future is how you respond and react to that. That person, we don't know where they're at or why they're behaving the way they do. So as long as they're stuck in those behavioral patterns that they've ingrained in them, that's who they are. You can't change anyone else but yourself. You can't change them. That's who they are. That's how they're going to continue to think, continue to speak, continue to behave. The only thing you can change is how you react and respond to that person. Forgive them. Have compassion to them. If that's even something you are working on yourself on how to deal with, then the best way is not to deal with that person. Don't be around them. Don't spend time with them. Don't give them your energy because you already know what the outcome is, right? Right. So that is today's message. Tomorrow we will continue with how to get over your bullshit already, procrastination and perfection. In the meantime, I am going to pick a card from a new deck that I got yesterday. It's a pretty awesome, I'm so excited about this deck. I worked with it yesterday. It was really, really powerful. So let's see what today's card is going to be. OMG. Workaholic. All right, it's a blue card, blue chakra. So that's actually speaking to me. All right, so workaholic. The legend. Brad Blueberry paints and paints and paints. He has no time for anything other than perfecting his art. An elder Blueberry reminds Brad that one day he will be old and shriveled too, so he better live life to the fullest. Brad takes the advice and discovers that having fun enriches and sharpens his art. He finds out that his life is what makes work valuable. So the inspiration is, are you waiting to complete your career before you live your life? Busy work may be helping you hide from real issues. Personal inquiry is, am I working too much and suffering from burnout? Is there something important that I am avoiding doing? Key ideas: feelings of inadequacy, transformation indicated, not being fulfilled by work, heeding warnings, refreshing your mind to improve your work. The key words are talent, fun, and friends. And the meditation that we want to focus on for this card is, imagine completing something you're excited about. Now stretch your arms out. Really, stretch your arms out. Become aware that you are floating on water. The water is at the perfect temperature and in harmony with your body. The lady in the lake is holding you. Feel yourself twirling freely and playing in this space. She invites you to relax into her. Enjoy. I'm going to add something to this with this meditation. If you have not done floating at a float spa, it is the most amazing experience you probably could experience. If you you float with the buoyancy of the Dead Sea, and it's a sensory deprivation pod where it completely blocks out all things from the outside world. So you just have time for deep meditation. And I would really focus specifically on the recommended meditation for this card. If you are a workaholic, I tend to be a workaholic. Why? Ask yourself why. My why, I know my why. I know why I do it. And it's something that I've revisited quite often. But think, what is your main reason for being a workaholic? And really get into that meditation. And like the keyword said, talent, fun, and friends. After you do the meditation, incorporate some personal talent, make some time for fun, definitely include friends in that. And like it says up at the top, while I worked, my life happened. We want to make sure that we are not just existing, but that we are truly living. And with that, I will close out this video share, and I hope you have a positive and productive day. Ready, set, go.